Yo, what is going on, guys? Jordy back with another T3 video. I wanted to kind of address some things about the Arena Cup. I am about to sit down and record the next episode, which will go up tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But before I get into recording all of that and stuff, I wanted to kind of address a couple of things about the Arena Cup that I've been getting a lot of comments on. I wanted to just make a separate video because I've been getting a ton of questions of different things, different scenarios, and I just kind of wanted to talk about a bunch of stuff. So we are completely finished with round one. All 8 games of round one are completely done. That's what I've been uploading for the past 2 weeks. And I've been getting a ton of comments saying, this is unfair. This is really bad. This style of tournament is dumb. I did a terrible job planning this. I've been getting a lot of negative comments on it. And so I wanted to address some things. One, this is completely just for fun. It is not supposed to be taken seriously. And I feel like that made a lot of people kind of mad when I initially said, hey, this is just supposed to be for fun. Like, just relax a little. It's just something that I thought about that I thought would be entertaining. I didn't super think about the whole trophies thing and how one character could potentially be not as strong of a competitor in the tournament if they are higher trophies and dying a lot. This was a completely randomly generated bracket. I did this idea based off of one of the Destiny guys that I watch. He did something similar to this. I play a lot of Destiny too. And he did something similar with like guns. And so I was like, hey, that's a really cool idea. I think it would be a cool idea to start something like that with T3 Arena. And so I completely made this idea up strictly based off of the sense of being entertaining. I just wanted to have fun with an idea. I thought that this was going to actually be really cool, but it doesn't really seem like you guys like it a whole lot. So I figured I would potentially put some changes into play before we get into round 2. That way it makes it a little more fair if one hero is higher in trophies and one hero is lower in trophies. The biggest complaint I've seen in the comments is that it is unfair for, Fort versus Mark. That was the first video we had. Fort, I have him around like 700 something trophies, 750. And my Mark is like 200 trophies. And in that video, Fort did pretty well, but I went against really, really good players. And then Mark's game, I pretty much just went against bots. And I went like 18-1 or something like that. Mark has the highest score so far in the entire tournament because I have him probably at like one of the lowest heroes as far as trophies. I think he has like 208 and my Fort is like 756 or something like that. And so it was unfair. Mark went against bots. Fort went against really good players. Fort got kicked out of the tournament because he didn't score as well. There's a whole point system based off of kills, deaths, and assists. And from there, I tally up the scores, and whoever has the highest score moves on. What I'm thinking about doing, and I still need to kind of figure out how I want to make it fair for everyone, but I do want to show you guys all of my heroes going into round 2 and what trophies they're currently at. That way, you can see that going into round 2 is actually a little more fair. And what I do plan on doing in the meantime between episodes is grinding some of those heroes and kind of equaling out who is left in the tournament as far as trophy levels are concerned. That way they're going up against like fair matchups. We're going to move on into the game. I'm going to show you guys who is at what trophies. And then I'm going to show you guys talk to you guys more about some ideas I have to potentially make this a little more fair in the future. So let's jump over to the game. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to be looking this way a lot, referencing the bracket that we are currently on, the current bracket up to date. So this is my heroes list, and the next matchup, which will be tomorrow's episode that I will be recording after this video, is going to be Johnny versus Mark. So let's go find Johnny. Johnny, 277. And if I need to hide my camera, I will. So Johnny is at 277 and Mark is at 208. So what I plan on doing is getting Mark maybe to like 250, make it a little more fair. So that matchup, pretty fair as far as trophies. The next one is Sindri versus Ruby. Ruby is at 200 right here. You can see she's my lowest hero. And Sindri is at 351. So I will play Ruby until I get her to at least like 320-ish, give or take. I want them to be within like 30 to 40 trophies within each other. So I'm going to go grind out Ruby, for that video. That will probably be tomorrow that I do that, because I'm not going to do that today. But yes, Ruby and Sindri are like 150-ish apart. So I'm going to get Ruby up. And then the next one is Jabali versus Aletta. Jabali is at 414. Aletta's at 426. I think that's pretty fair. They're within, they're a difference of 12. I'm going to leave them at that. That's what they will be whenever I go into the next, or whenever I go into that episode. The next one is Shell versus Kazuma. Kazuma is at 300. And Shell, where is he at? Where are you at, Shell? Oh, right here next to him. A 306. I was looking for the normal Shell skin. So yes, 300, 306. I'd say that's pretty fair. There's 6 difference. So these two are going up against each other. That video will be out probably Saturday this week. So Johnny versus Mark will be tomorrow on Tuesday. Sindri Ruby will be Wednesday. Thursday will be, or I'm sorry, Friday will be Jabali Aletta, and Saturday will be Kazuma Shell. That's the next week's worth of the Arena Cup. I have to get Mark up a little bit more, closer to Johnny, and I have to get Ruby up a lot closer to Sindri. Does that make it more fair? I feel like that makes it more fair for the comments. I get a ton of comments saying this is a very stupid tournament. It's very unfair. So I'm addressing it right here in a video. Does that make it more fair? I want to know in the comments below. And if you could change the rules, or if you could make this tournament better, constructive criticism in the comments. Please don't just say this is stupid. This is a dumb idea. Why are you doing this? I want constructive criticism. I want to make tournaments like this better in the future. So if you have ideas, if you have suggestions, put them in the comments below. I think this makes this fair, at least for the next week. I'm going to try to get all the other people going into round 2 a little closer as well. We're going to go over that right now. But I feel like constructive criticism is better than just calling me stupid in the comments. So, all right, let's go to the next heroes. Osas versus Hunter. Osas is at 906. Hunter is at 623. That one I'm going to get a little closer. I probably won't get Hunter to 900, but I'll get him 800-ish within that, 850. I'll get him around there. Hopefully, if I have time to grind. Remember, I also have 2 day jobs outside of YouTube. So we'll see if I can get that grind. That's like 300 trophy grind, but we'll try to get that closer. Chemist versus Gatlin. Chemist is at 408 and Gatlin is at 418, or 488, sorry. And Gatlin's at 418. I'll probably play a couple of games of Gatlin, get her up a little bit. The next one is Skatey versus Victor. I think this one is a pretty big difference. Skatey's at 463 and Victor's at 315. Okay, not terrible. I'll get Victor up there though. I'll get him higher. Victor's my least favorite hero, so we'll see what happens with that one. And then Judix is at, where you at, Judix? Judix is at 747. And the new heroes, technically she would be going up against the new heroes, whether or not Vincent or Zero Kelvin come into play at this point. For y'all that didn't see the original video announcing all of the Arena Cup, I do plan on putting the Season 4 hero into the tournament to play against, it would be Judix in this case. But since we do have 2 heroes coming out at the same time on Season 4, I have to get both those heroes. So this is my plan for both Season 4 heroes. I want to both get Zero Kelvin, which super easy to get. I have the T-Gems right now to just get the Season Pass and then buy my way to level 30. So I can have him for content purposes. I can do uploads day of, talking about the new hero, showcasing his abilities and whatnot. But also, I want to add him into the tournament. So I don't think I'm going to be able to obtain him and then grind him all the way up to like 700-ish in one day. I might pull my hair out and go crazy. On top of which I also have to get Vincent and then grind him up to the same level. But what I plan on doing is I'm going to get Zero Kelvin. I'm going to grind him to at least over 500 in that day. We're probably going to live stream that day. So the launch of Season 4, we'll do a little live stream over on Twitch if you guys want to come hang out. I'll get the hero, I'll do a video showcasing all of his abilities, and then we'll grind him to that level that we need him to potentially verse Judix. Hopefully during that stream, we will potentially obtain Vincent. We don't really know exactly how to get the arcade tickets yet in order to roll the arcade machine, which that will be coming out on the 21st, the day before the new season. The 21st is when we get the arcade system. The arcade machine's a new thing that's coming to the game, which will allow us to get Vincent. We don't know how yet, like we're gonna progress that to potentially open up to get Vincent. So once that comes out, I'm gonna make a video on the arcade system kind of explaining it all. But with that being said, I don't know how hard it's going to be to get Vincent. And on top of which, if I do get him within that stream, then I will have to also grind him up to equal 0 Kelvin, at least equal 0 Kelvin, them to play against each other, and then the winner of those two will play against Judix. That's how I plan on doing both of the heroes. If it's easier to grind than I'm thinking to get Vincent, then that's how I'll do it. If Vincent is going to take months to get, or if it's going to be really hard or weeks to get even, then I'm just going to throw 0 Kelvin into the mix against Judix, and I'll just grind 0 Kelvin closer to Judix's level to make it a little easier and a little more fair as far as trophies, especially since he's a new hero. Learning him will probably help because I played Judix quite a lot. So that's the plan for season 4 heroes. I was getting that question a lot. How am I going to integrate them into the tournament? That's how I'm going to do it. Hopefully it all works out and everything like that, but that is the plan. I hope this was a little more enlightening as far as the trophies and how it's all concerned, and making it just a little more fair. So I was also potentially thinking about changing the rules, going into round 2, making the rules just a little more strict. That way the numbers will be like different as far as the end of the round numbers. But I still haven't really messed with that all, so I'm not even gonna like worry about talking about it. But I could do maybe like something I've mentioned in a couple of videos, like how MVP doesn't sway the vote in any way. Well, maybe if we get like MVP, you get added points or something. There's a ton of rules that I can implement to make this a lot more fair. But I just wanted to have entertaining content out there, and that was pretty much the reason for the tournament, was to just entertain and have some fun things that I can upload multiple times a week very easily, to have just a ton of content for you guys for the holidays. But it just wasn't taken very well, and you guys don't really super like the tournament, so I need to change it, make it a little better, and then we will probably do another Arena Cup maybe come summertime in 2023, where I will have better rules in place and whatnot. So leave your suggestions down below about how to make this better. I think that there's a lot of things that I could change, but ultimately I thought this was just a really fun, entertaining idea. But I do want constructive criticism, and if you guys haven't checked out the whole playlist, make sure you check it out. But that is it for today. I'm gonna go record. I'm gonna actually go get Mark up a little closer to Johnny and then record that game. So that's the plan. But I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for chilling. I know this one probably wasn't as edited, and it's just looking at my heroes and it's not very entertaining, but I just wanted to get my 2 cents out there as to why I did the tournament in the first place. So I'll see you guys next time. Check out the video tomorrow, Johnny versus Mark. It'll be a lot more fair in the trophies, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace out, guys.